An endless multiverse of possibilities awaits you, with champions from worlds both familiar and entirely unique to this strange realm. They wait to have their true power unleashed by the Summoner. Champions are forever.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are live once again. Hope everybody's doing well today. Whew, let's get this party started. And I can tell y'all what's been going on. See, that looks okay. Move that back a little bit. Let's pop up air server. Oh, hold up. Got to wipe down the screen. Wipey, wipey, wipey. Nice and clean, nice and clean. I want my screen to be nice and clean. And I've learned after I do this to get a little dry cloth that keeps me from having my fingers straight on it. All right, now. Yeah, see, that feels great. Okay. Find it, find it, find it. There you go. Sound down. Let's launch. All right. Epic Gnosis, first one in. You actually got in before I was able to get Restream going. For some reason, the internet or the site, it was not connecting properly. And I ended up having to restart. Finally got in there. Good morning, Shadowverse. T. Smitty in the building. What is up, my brother? Sam, yo, what up? Kingpin, how you doing, man? Timmy Black. What? HC Nimrod. Oh, yeah, alumni. What's up, man? Vernon, money earning out. Vernon, what's going on? While you got certain protests happening, and Enchantress is having her own to stop Spider-Woman being part of the contest. Well, Julian, Big Sexy, what up, man? Andy Beckett, how you doing? Mike Holden, how you doing, man? Let's see. Yeah. Anyone see Lumatrix Deep Dive? I have not yet. Arsenal, what up, man? You good? Are you saying it was not an uneventful weekend? No, not like that. Let's see. Hero Crystals. Updates. Prepare to rise from the ashes. Woo! Dark bounties. All right. Let me see. Oh. I had something delivered, and I don't know if folks are upstairs. I think they may have gone out. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see, what's oh, Battlegrounds again. All right, maybe we'll run some of those tomorrow. Super event. I do have some energy, but we're almost done. We're about to have the new event this week, this Wednesday, so probably just chill. But as you can see, I did Conqueror and Uncollected, not Cavalier. Although, I don't think there's any, yeah, there's no, units there. So I did completion runs. I did a Thronebreaker, of course. And I hear they're finally going to be coming out with a Valiant. That should be interesting. So I got Contender. I completed it. Proven, completed it. And then Conqueror and Uncollected, explored it. I'm doing good, Arsenal. It's crazy complicated. Spider-Woman is from the Iron Man cartoon. I do remember her. Well, sadly, I'm not in goal 1 for BGs. Not too happy yet holding my own when I actually have to fight. Are you not fighting in there then? My alliance has fallen to Plat 5. We stayed in Plat 3, but we did drop a tier. That we did. All right, let me I think I'm out of the boosts. Let me see. Yeah, I'm already out of the boosts. What y'all think? Should I open up some more boosts so I can relax? What y'all think? So, I did have an uneventful weekend, as in nothing bad happened. We had a storm though, and whew, let me tell you. So, also, yes, bring a boost. Because I have a bunch of them that may as well use them, I guess. Jason and Jabari Gaming, what's up? What's up, J Will? All right. Oh, I forgot to do I've been forgetting to go to the marketplace and do that. Yeah, the 2.5s are worth it, T Smitty. But they gotta be the 2.5s. You need to bring red mags to T3. Yo, I've already seen them adding champs that I didn't think they were gonna add anytime real soon at 7 stars. So expect Magneto soon. I mean, they bring in Nick Fury, Apocalypse. Who else they bring in? Who was the other one? I forgot now. But yeah, they ain't playing. All right, give me that. Don't forget to go to the store, grab your little crystal, free crystal, if you haven't already. I used to be in a band, Caveman. Ooh, what up, man? Called Missing Cat. Nobody came to our show, even though we put up posters everywhere. Sad, sad. I had some people forfeiting on me too. That's how I ended up advancing. I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll probably lose this next one. They forfeited and I got promoted. Eggy! What up, man? Okay, so let me grab some of these then. Otherwise, they just sit there. I got a question. The 6-star platinum pool, I have a piece for every one of them. I already have him awakened. I already duped him. If I sell those pieces, do I get 7-star pieces? I'm not sure. I've just left them, so I haven't really done anything. Asher, what's up, man? You get a chance at 7-star pieces? Okay. Because I think I messed up one time and I didn't do that. All right. Yeah, see, look. I got like 300. So we do have the 2.5s. T. Smitty, how about the 2? Times 2. Let's leave it like that for now. Because I know a bunch of them are going to expire. Okay. Of course, I already got that that one done. All right. But yeah, do the 2x, are the 2x more than the 3x in a 3-star? I've never really checked that. I mean, we can check it out. But just curious if you already did that. You haven't tested the 2x's? Okay. All right, so let's start with my power supply. You guys remember my power supply, I went and got a new one, right? I have never, and I've owned power supplies since college, I have never changed the battery in one of those power supplies. Okay? Never. So I would keep them for years. So something would usually happen. You know, we had a lot of brownouts. And we also had some issues with lightning striking and causing surges and all that, right? So one of my UPSs got fried. It failed and took out my motherboard. Okay. Epignosis, yeah, we've been talking. I might come back to Albion. And this time we might join an alliance that's already got a bunch of people maybe doing stuff that we want to do. You know? But anyway, brownouts. Yeah, no. A brownout is just when the power temporarily, and I mean really, sometimes you don't even notice it. But like if you ever see your lights flicker, that's what that is. You know, just a little bit of a power outage, but a very quick one, like blip, blip. And that can damage equipment. It can reduce the life of your equipment as well. So a UPS is not just to be battery backup, but it's also to extend the life of your equipment. So anyway, we had lightning strike, big surge, blew out the UPS and my motherboard, which is not supposed to happen. That's what it's for, to protect against that. Once the surge hit, it was supposed to shut it down and not continue it on to my equipment so that it got fried. But it didn't. So I had an APC. This is one of the reasons I always love getting an APC. They have that that deal where your equipment is insured. Now, they had me send back the UPS, and they verified, yes, it failed. And they sent me a new one, free. See? No need to replace the battery, right? And I had similar things happen. So I have never had to replace the battery in a UPS. I usually ended up returning the UPS and getting a new one. Not purchasing a new one necessarily. You know, like I'll be like, hey, this UPS isn't working right, blah, blah, blah. And they'd be like, send it in, and I would get a new one sent to me. Okay? So, when my last UPS seemed to be not working right, I was like, okay, you know, I've had it for a while, probably time to get a new one. But it had been long enough that I couldn't just, you know, replace it. So you guys remember I went and I got a new one that was a bit more powerful and had a few more features. Still paying for it too. And I was thinking, you know, let me check and see how much a battery for this thing costs. Because we had a couple of times with the storm, me and Stiletto were out watching, you know, anime. She's got her PlayStation out there and all of that. And so I was like, if the battery is cheap enough, and if that was all there was, you know, it just needed a new battery, then maybe, you know, I can give the UPS to my sister and she can just buy a new battery for it. So I told her, I said, you can have the UPS, just get a new battery. So months passed. Another power outage happened. And she finally was like, okay, send me the link. So I sent her the link. She gets the battery. And of course she's like, all right, you know, let's do it. Let's put it in. I'm like, yeah. So I go to replace the battery, right? And I'm like, First of all, how I open this thing? And I was like, you know what? Shouldn't be that hard, right? So I found the way to open it up because, you know, I ain't looking up nothing, right? Found the way to open it up. Slipped it off and was like, wait a minute. This is weird. So I said, all right, let me look up how to replace a battery for this model. So I go on YouTube. Hold on, let's do the test real quick here. So I'm gonna now these are, I guess ascended makes a difference in the points, right? So let's do this. I'm gonna do the 2. I'm gonna do, we already know the 2.5. So let's see what happens. All right, so I looked this up and I'm going step by step. I pull it out and then my sister's over there, you know, just waiting for me to get done. And I get to a point where I unwrap it and I just start laughing. I start cracking up. You know why? It takes 2 batteries. I didn't know that. I was sitting there holding the battery that she finally got. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, wait, this looks like a larger battery than this. Did I tell her the wrong one? But it's actually 2 batteries connected like that. There's a plastic plate in the middle, and they're connected with the wires, you know, kind of like, you know, your battery, you know, positive, negative. So one is plugged in here. It goes through the plastic separator and then plugs into the positive, negative on the other battery. And so they're like that. And then there was tape to connect them together. And then they were in there. I thought it only needed the 1 battery and I could just go in, pop, pop, plug that one in. No. So I'm just cracking up. And of course, my sister's like, wait, did you tell me the wrong battery? And I'm like, no, I didn't. And so I show her and she's like, oh. So months later, we get the next one. And that was over the weekend. And so I unraveled the old one, plugged them out, plugged the new ones in, you know, got it in there. And so far, seems to be working. Now, I haven't tested it, you know, like unplugging it from the wall to see. Oh, dang it. I didn't see what the score was. Did you guys see what the score was? All right, let's try another one. See, when I'm doing the arena, I'm not used to paying attention. If you want to come back, Tabib has put together a decent guild, and it's in what seems to be a decent alliance. Lots going on. Okay, that was my main thing, is that I felt like I you know, was doing a lot by myself, you know. And I was like, whew. You know, even though you guys wanted to do something, then we didn't have a healer. Because I had fun. you know, doing a lot of those dungeons and stuff, you know? $2X was a bit more than the 3X? Okay. I was like, I didn't even look at it. Man, that Bastion is sweet. For me, anyway. All right, so there it goes. So 27, 28, somewhere around there. See, 2X was a bit more than 3X, okay. 2X 4-star was around 80K. 3X was around 75K. Teku Jr., what's up, man? Okay, so let's do 3X. So anyway. That core gonna be painful. Let's go to this medium one here. So that was kind of cool. We now have a UPS out there for the equipment out there. Provided that a new battery was all that it needed. I'm still not sure about that, so we'll have to test it out. Because we had a storm, you know, pretty bad storm here recently. So we shall see. All right, so the next thing, if you guys remember, when I left you guys on Friday, I was telling you my stomach, you know, was hurting, had some tummy trouble. I had that tummy trouble for a little bit. It had been a few days. And we have found the reason. So, you know, I'm back on metformin. And I have been taking it, you know, you remember I hadn't been taking it the way the doctor told me to take it, because I was like, man, it was making me feel funny, right? That was part of the funny. And, you know, I was feeling like I ain't really want to eat. You know, I was trying to lay down and find a good spot that didn't make me, you know, hurt or anything. Okay, yep. So yeah, the two and above look like they are good. So let's use them up. And then we'll go with the threes. You want to see true brownouts? Look up pictures of El Paso, Texas windstorms. Oh man, from a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, we've been seeing. There's been earthquakes, and it's not been good. So, my sister looked up side effects of metformin because, you know, she's on it as well. And one of the side effects is stomach, nausea, you know, upset stomach, nausea. And what she said was that she had to get away from carbonation because the carbonation interacted with the metformin causing that type of thing, right? And I'm like, okay. And so, but we weren't sure. So we tested it. She had some Pepto-Bismol because of that very thing. So she gave me some of her Pepto-Bismol. I took it, relief, right? So I'm like, So we were like, let me try, getting away from the carbonation, because I was drinking 0 sugar soda. It's still carbonated, just didn't have the sugar. But apparently that's not great mixed with this metformin. So I said, all right, let me test that out and not drink carbonation for a little bit and see if that is actually the issue. So my sister, I want to show you guys, she recommended something. Sugar-free drink mix. There's a lot of different, and I got a few others so that I can test them out. But she got me this blackberry lemonade. What you do, I have a bunch of water, right? Deer Park water is what I like. I can't stand that purified stuff they got now. Anyway, and all I do, small packet, put that packet in there, shake it up, you got yourself a nice little drink. Yeah, there's another one with the tea. There's a green tea, iced tea, there's a bunch. Yeah, no need to sweeten it. No sweeteners, it's sugar-free, and it tastes great. Okay? And so I drank that instead for, along with my dinner and all that. And I haven't had a problem since. Stomach feeling just fine. So, I have the blackberry lemonade. I got some strawberry lemonade, some peach mango, but I'm mad because the peach mango that I got wasn't sugar-free. And it's also not caffeine-free. So I was kind of mad about that. But I try to stay away from caffeine, is why I was mad about that. But yeah, it's pretty healthy. And it's cheap. We're talking $2, for 10 of them. And you only need one per drink. And water's water. I just bought, a 24 pack of water. It's definitely cheaper than the 0 sugar soda that I was buying. YT User, what's up, man? Slinger, hey, what up, man? People are comparing them to the Doom movies. Oh, man, that ain't good. So, realizing water is water, H2O. Now, that was something that I was concerned with. Is it still water after you mix it with something? Because that was one of my issues. It's not, it's better than the 0 sugar water, but I don't know if it's as good as just drinking water without the mix in it. Is it changing it chemically? New chemicals combining so that it's no longer that? I don't know. I have to look that up. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure natural straight is better. It's pure. That's the way. But in terms of, I guess, just some hydration, yeah, just for hydration is what I was thinking. So, still need to drink water, I would think. I get the zero sugar flavored waters from Walmart. They're like 76 cents. They taste great, and my daughter who has type 1 can have it. Just flavor enhancers. Yeah. What's the best way to get rank up materials for 4 stars as a throne breaker? Great gamer. What's up, man? For 4 stars, you got to do the content. Arena is going to get you some good resources. And the lower level content is going to help you as well. Depends on what you're looking for. Which rank up material you have. There's a rank up store as well. So you have the stores that you can get stuff from. And to get the currency for the stores, you do a variety of tasks. Let's see. My terrible Titan luck has taken a turn. My son pulled. Scream! Did you scream? That's what's up, man. If it chemically combined with water, it would unalive you. It just dissolves and spreads out. Okay. Story. Before long, you won't have to worry about 4 stars. Best thing I ever did was stop putting off story. Yeah, if you haven't done the story content, go do the story content. You lose out on a lot of materials if you don't. Emma. Woo! Oh! Yeah, they said they're gonna fix that. Hope so. So anyway, that was my little learning over the weekend. Because I tell you, when I left you guys Friday, I wanted to curl up, but at the same time, that was uncomfortable. But yeah, so getting the little drink mix things is a great replacement for the zero sugar soda. So that's going to save me a lot of money. And I'll use that to get some other stuff, you know. I got a lot of snack foods because that was something that happened over the weekend that freaked my family out. I had not eaten enough carbs. I told y'all that tends to happen with me. And you can't skip meals because it'll drop. And especially since I'm on the medication as well, definitely can't do that. Because if I'm already low and I'm taking the medication, it's going to drop it even lower. Not good. So, was it Saturday? I was feeling, my vision, it felt like, it's hard to explain it, but I wasn't quite dizzy, but it was like I was feeling like I wasn't right there, You know, nothing was spinning or anything, but it was kind of like, is this real right now? And the problem that had happened is that, you know, I had bought a lot of different snack foods for stuff like that, right? But I had run out. My EBT didn't drop until Saturday, so I didn't have anything Saturday. And I figured, you know what? I can do it. I can just, you know, ride it out, get something later, you know. Can't really play with stuff like that. So my sister had some snack, and she gave me a little, you know, snack pack of cookies, which I have my own now. Little 100-calorie pack. Ate that, and that gets your, you know, your sugar up a bit. And see, that was the thing. Because I had so many things that did not have sugar, trying to get my sugar up when it was low was actually a chore, because I didn't have anything that would get my sugar up. I don't have candy. I don't have, you know, I didn't have any cookies, nothing, you know. So anyway, survived that, and I now have enough stuff. And then my mom reminded me, you remember when I was telling you guys that I would have some Fruity Pebbles, you know, because that's the same thing. If my sugar dropped, I could just have a bowl of cereal, and, you know, I didn't have any of that. I hadn't gotten any cereal for a while, because that's what happens. Once I saw that my A1C was high, I'm like, oh, psh, boom, and then I go all the way to the other end. And so I'm like, yep, well, I'm not gonna get any of that, not gonna get any of that, and then I'm not getting enough sugar. But we good now. I have enough emergency rations. Yeah, almost like a buzz type. It was weird. It's like, whoo. Started going through Act 6. Still on the fence about 646. Well, just keep in mind that it's much better. That's the problem, Asher. I have well, not ordered, but I put in for the Dexcom. My doctor has put in for it, and it needs prior authorization. I don't even know how much it's going to cost. And I went to her just this last week, and it's still there saying it's waiting for the prior authorization. And so she's like, she's checking on it. So I'm waiting to hear back, but I may send her a message just to remind her. Werther's Original, yeah. I love Werther's Originals. But see, one of the issues I've had is that I don't really have a sweet tooth. So I usually don't think about buying candy. I love it, but I just don't, you know, I can't tell you the last time I ate some M&Ms. Snicker bar, the last time I had a Snicker bar was when I took my mom to the doctor, and I hadn't had any breakfast, and I was starting to feel it. And my mom, of course, is like, why do you do this to your body? And so I walked over to a gas station, went into the little mart they have there, and got some chips and a Snickers bar. That was a while ago. Once stuff mixed in it with water, it becomes a solution. Yeah, like I said, I kind of remembered a little bit them telling me that once you've mixed something in there, it's no longer just the water. And I don't know if it chemically changed or what, but it was no longer, you know, your regular H2O. But I'm not a scientist, so don't be asking me any more details. But yeah, Asher, the doctor is looking into that because that's what she needs to see. You know, she's like, right now, she doesn't know whether how I'm feeling is just because, you know, I'm coming down from a high blood sugar level down to normal. You know, that could be the reason. Or am I, you know, already doing what I'm supposed to be doing and it's low? Then she'll adjust my medication. But she needs the numbers. But I don't have that Dexcom yet. So we don't have the numbers. But every time I've been tested, you know, just the blood test, it's always been normal levels. Because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not chowing down on them tortilla chips like I was. And I was chowing down on them tortilla chips. So, yeah, every time I've gone in, my blood sugar has been, you know, normal levels. So, we'll see. How expensive can the A1C test be? No, not that. Or are you talking about the materials? Because the A1C has to be tested like 3 months. So it's not time yet. I will go back to her.
Time to subscribe with Prime, everyone.
Woohoo! Thank you, man. It's not time yet for me to test my A1C again. So we've just been doing the spot tests, and the numbers have been good every time so far. Do I go to the doctors normally? No, but I've started. See, for a time, I didn't have any insurance. Thanks to the, you know, the Healthcare Act and all that good stuff, I can now get money to help with the subsidy. So I actually have insurance now. So I've been going to the doctor more often, but like last year, I didn't go to the doctor not one time, which is how my A1C got up there like that. I didn't go to the doctor at all. It was all virtual visits just to get, you know, more high blood pressure medicine and the creams and stuff for my face, you know, the shampoo. And that was it. And I remember the doctor was like, they let you do that because they're not supposed to. You know, they're not supposed to prescribe you something when it's been that long. You know? Aha, T. Smitty. Just resubbed. Thanks for the reminder. They don't do the sausage finger thing on a routine? No. But you know, I used to have a kit that my sister got because I couldn't afford it. But she had gotten an extra one, and I was using that one to test mine. I hated it, of course. But when I go to the doctor and they test it, it's just fine. I even asked her this last time. I said, how is it when I do it myself, it hurts, but when you do it, it's just fine? I don't get it. How, you know? And she does the same thing I do, but probably she has either the needle or something is different. Maybe it just doesn't go as deep. I don't know. But I don't even really feel it when she does it. Big Chris, what? What up, man? How you doing? Where you been? So what we're trying to get is, you know, one of the Dexcom, which is that glucose monitor. And then she would have me, you know, reading it, you know, regularly. That way I can tell, you know, did my blood sugar spike after eating this thing here? So we'll see. Still waiting. Like I said, I just saw her, so we're waiting. To get that, and I might send a note in to just remind her. You missed what I said about what? Oh, about the doctor. When I go to the doctor and they stab my finger, it's fine. I don't even feel it. When I stab my finger at home, I feel it. And I don't like it. But I'm waiting for the constant glucose monitor from Dexcom to get authorized. It's still stuck there saying it needs prior authorization. And I'm waiting for the authorization to she wasn't even sure what step it was on, so she sent a message to her authorization team to see, you know, what's going on, where is it at, is there something we need to do, what, you know. But that was just recently, so I'll give them another day or so, and then I'll send a message saying, hey, still waiting for that Dexcom. I've been good, just dealing with a lot of physical therapy. I'm finally back at a good mindset. All right. Ain't mad about that. Got to take care of your health, man. You hear me talking? I'm trying to take care of mine. Oh, no. I mean, do they give you the banana in the tail pipe on a routine? You talking about a prostate exam? Whoops. Oh, dang it. There we go. Oh, wait. Oh. Gotta do somebody different. Well, whatever. Yes, sir. Health is wealth, right? Yes, that's exactly what I was roundabout asking. Oh, okay. Gotcha. No. I've had one prostate exam in my entire life. What they do now is they, you know, when I do my blood and my urine and all of that, they do certain tests. And if the numbers were not looking nice, then they'll do something else. But basically non-invasive testing. Oh, I see female doctors. I don't like male doctors. I just don't. The one prostate exam that I did get, I requested a female doctor. No, sir. Ain't no male doctor. Just not doing it. And I remember when I found out that there was a non-invasive way to test it, I said, okay, let's do that. That's good. Let's do that. Non-invasive, I'm all for it. What you need? Blood? Urine? We good. Is the test, can a finger fit in there? It has been years, as in over 10 years, since I had that prostate exam that way. If it's a male doctor, it's called the Diddy exam. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. No, no, no. No, sir. I'd be rocking in a corner if it was a guy calling out for my moms. I won't do it. Point blank. Y'all don't hear me now. You can request, and I will specifically request. No, sir. Not having that. The exam that I did have, I requested. I'm officially good for 10 years until the next colonoscopy. Now that's something I've never had done. I've never had, and I know I'm gonna need to get one. Yes, Holden. That is what I did. And, well, I ain't gonna go into that. Let's just say that the nurse who was giving it to me gave me a much better way to get that than they originally told me, to try to aim at it while you... Nah. Better way to do that. Supposed to start getting them at age 45. And that's about the age I was. I think I was 43 or 44. I don't remember. But yeah, it was around there. The nurse was giving it to you? Yes, giving it to me. That's right. Forgot, you got to give the nouns. Can't leave the pronouns. Like it. For the dirty-minded. The nurse was giving me the kit. And so, yes, they checked it that way. And everything was good. King Dabu! What up, man? They're accurate and less likely to injure you. Yeah, man. Injure you physically and emotionally. Bump that. King Dabu. See? That's what happens when you come late. You miss all the juiciness. My mom chose the stool style. Yeah, that's what I've done since the first one. She has to do it each year. I went through the pain of drinking that hard solution and don't have to for 10 years. Oh, you're talking about the colonoscopy. Yeah, I have not had one of those done, but I know I'm gonna have to. NYK Believe, what up, man? Are you hyped on 7-star Nick Fury? Yes. He needs to be awakened, though. But yes. Yes, I am. I got real excited seeing Nick Fury and Big Daddy Apaco. But who was the third one? Because I was hyped seeing Nick and Apocalypse. Who was the other one? Pixie! What up, girl? You could probably do a colonoscopy with an iPhone nowadays. I know, right? Shoot. See, if I wait long enough, technology... Oh, Gallon. That was it. Yeah, I'm not as excited for Gallon, but he's good. Problem with that, I used Gallon mostly on my path. Which was, if they had an armor up, you got the power drain and all that. Well, they've changed. So, Gallon as a 7-star, I probably wouldn't even be using him. Marlon, what's up, man? Epignosis. Oh my goodness. Yeah, one day I will have to do that, so. Just another manic Monday. What's up, Orgo? How you doing, man? How's your Monday? Is it manic? Okay, so we used up our boost for science. Used up our boosts for... Let's see, no more tech. Hold up, let me restart. Reset, reset, reset. See, this is the problem. Reset. Okay. Okay, so science, no. Skill, no. Mutant, no. Cosmic, no. Tech, no. All right, so we have no more of the big boosts for the 4 stars. So now, go down to the 3 stars. Because these are better than doing 4 stars unboosted. I'm glad I'm not the only one who quakes during arena. Oh yeah, I mean, if I get quake. You only saw Nick and Apaco? Yeah, Gallon was another one. I always forget him because I'm more excited about Apocalypse than Nick. Pixie could do the prostate exam. Oh, well. Hey, female. That's all I gotta say. And still avoiding it. What, like I said, once I found out that they didn't have to do it like that, over with. I was like, okay, well, do it that other way then. They were like, yeah, that way is perfectly fine, but they do have other ways. I'm like, well, let's go with them other ways. Heck, I'll travel if I need to. I was like, give me a referral to whoever has what they need to do it. Hike! What's up, man? So far, Nick and Apoc are the only names released for the new 7-star group. Yeah, Gallon, I think, is going to be in the Titan. I saw him mention, but, you know. Instead of Lumatrix? What? Best to avoid those hands-on MDs. I'm all for it. I'm good. I got no particular desire to have no checks up there. Thank you very much. Whew. Let me see. See, I'm love Nick coming, but Apoc doesn't do much for me. Really? I love Apoc, but all that horseman talk does nothing for me. Slinger. Apoc is a beast even without making somebody else a horseman. He's actually pretty crazy. You ever seen Apocalypse tear up Korg? Yeah, Apocalypse is a beast. So yeah, I'm very happy. I took my 6-star all the way up and ascended him because I was like, yeah, they ain't gonna let him come back like that. And even at rank 4, before I took him all the way up, he was tearing stuff up. Whoop, whoop. Come on, woohoo! Come on, hit, come on, there you go. Because he knows what's gonna happen to him. This. Poof, poof, poof. I'm looking forward to using 7-star Apoc map 6 AQ. I use him to make my Wolverine a horseman. Ooh. I love, you talking about OG Wolverine? Yeah. But don't sleep on Apocalypse himself. He crazy. I bring that Apocalypse with my Mr. Sinister. Shoot. Come on now. Yeah, there are better mutants. And guess what? They'll be made even better with Apocalypse. Bring in Dazzler. Boom, boom, boom. Every single mutant become a beast. If they weren't already a beast, they become a nightmare. Yeah, very happy. And you already saw that they're starting to gate their stuff so that if you don't have them as a 7-star, you can't even bring them. So yeah, I'm excited for Apocalypse. He's not just for synergy. Get this. Apocalypse got synergies. He's got the horseman mechanic, and he himself is a beast. Whew. I'm excited about Big Daddy Apoco. And he don't even need to be awakened. In fact, his awakened ability is useless to me. Well, no, if it's only for BGs, yeah. If you're only concerned with Battlegrounds, I can understand that. Do y'all see the points I've gotten already in this Summoner Trials? Usually it takes me 2 hours to get to 2 mil. We did it in what? An hour? Legacy was saying they need to make his awakening better. Something. It sucks. They could roll his current awakened ability into his kit and give him one that's actually useful. They don't even have to roll it into his kit because it's not really that good. Unless they boosted it. That would be interesting if they boosted it. Can't wait for Gallon and APOC, but I'm interested in who's the other 4 champs coming. Come on. Woohoo! All right, hopefully I'm back. APOC's SIG ability is about as useful as Human Torches. Yeah. Yeah, Torch's SIG, for me, it sucks. Ooh, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I would love to see Rhino get a rework. Think Juggernaut like rework. Ooh, what Pixie do? Pixie? Was Pixie being naughty? Oh, drunk. He said, not with me, you won't. Okay, now I see. Marlon said he's going to be insane. He's going to scale amazingly. I'm telling you. I think people don't remember how nasty he is. Hope you're doing well. Don't know if I told it yet. I got Valiant without even doing Necropolis or any other Everest content. Okay, Corey. Just the T4A that I collected over time. That, hey, you're proof that you don't need to do any of that stuff. It just makes it easier. No one has a worse awakening ability than Storm Pyramid X. I don't know. I'd put Apocalypses up there. All right. Laura got the horn for a Rhino, but you know what? But oh, that would be awesome though. See, I remember Rhino and I used to have fun using him because he had that unstoppable on his dash and it was just fun. Sometimes unblockable. Can you imagine if they made Rhino on his dash always unstoppable and unblockable, not based on their size? Can you imagine that? Give him a little bit more damage and woo! Let's see, I finished the SIG 10. Oh, nice! Arena challenges, all of them. I now have 9 SIG 200 champs. Mojo, Void, Gladiator, Silver Surfer, Deathless Thanos, Domino, Quicksilver Guardian, and Ironheart. That's what's up, man. I remember you giving me a list of some of the SIG 200s that you had before. Yeah, that's right. T. Smitty did it. Did he do it? A little slow on the uptake there, Corey. That is exactly my point. We got 2 bangers now. Woo. They will give the crappy champs for the Titan. Hey, Red Hulk isn't... Why you put them in there? That's not right, Slinger. They good. Most I did was Realm of Legends. Yeah, Realm of Legends was fun. Unstoppable is fine, like Destroyer, not unblockable. Yeah, that would be nasty, wouldn't it? Big health pools and no dumb nodes is just really enjoyable. True. Rhino should have a similar feel to Juggernaut. That's what I was thinking. But he's not the Juggernaut. I mean, if he could stack his Unstoppables. Oh, I knew he was going to do that. He got real aggressive at the end there, too. But it's okay. You mess around with my heart. It's okay. The way you hurt me. Come on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And Phoenix is getting a rework. I would argue that I'm exactly right. Red Hulk and Black Widow DeLorean would be great pulls from a basic, not for a Titan. They are phone throw pulls. I guess for you, I haven't gotten my Red Hulk yet, but I got Black Widow Deadly Origin, and I was happy. And then again, I don't really use her a whole lot, but I actually like her. I remember getting Patriot from Titan. Yeah, now that. Woo! Woohoo! How you feeling about yourself now? Problem with a Rhino rework is that they need to be careful to just not make another Jugget. Yeah. And still keep Rhino different. And that would be the challenge. Because Rhino would be kind of like Juggernaut. I don't got Red Hulk yet either. I used to love finishing the fight with a fat SP2 that kills them. Oh, man, yeah. And you get to keep the 5% regen without the recoil stealing it back. Telling you. But, yeah, I could understand with how difficult it is to get a Titan. I can understand that. I can see why you'd be disappointed from the Titan. Just like the new Science Falcon. I don't even know nothing about him. Give him some bleed with that horn. Well. Y'all remember when Rhino and Hulk had the same animations in a special? I remember that. I was like, why they got my Hulk doing this? I'm having a very hard time figuring out who to rank 3 next. Do you have issues like that? Nope. Because I have most of the champs I want to take up already at rank 3 now. Who's going to be my next one? I already have an idea. And it'll be that one unless I get some other champ. that I really want. Generally, I look at Alliance War. What champs am I using in Alliance War? Am I still bringing in a rank 2 that is really useful? I might take that one to rank 3. I look at, you know, I don't really look too much at Battlegrounds because I'm not a big fan of those. But honestly, that's kind of what I'd be looking at. Woo! Come on. Come on. Woo! All the way to the corner. Drunk Reaper, what up? I pulled Patriot twice and Black Widow Daily Origin 3 times. I can understand why you might be upset with that. Kind of like me pulling Gambit 4 times. Anyway. If y'all missed it, that's what T. Smitty was referring to with the PTSD comment. All right, Epinosis, have fun at work, man. That's my point. I have most of the champs I want. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, after that, start ranking for fun. Like I said, I enjoy ranking up champions, and I have a bunch that I just have fun with. You don't necessarily see me using them in any kind of serious content or whatever, but I like having them ranked up, so anyway. In Tales of Woe, I have a natural Sig 160 Hawkeye. Isn't there a challenge where you have to bring Avengers? Yeah, my Elsa is rank 3. I already have Elsa at rank 3. Loving it, loving it, loving it. But, you know, I just recently took Scream. I had just gotten Scream, took her to rank 3. Soon as I could. Now, I was holding those resources for another champion that I was going to take to rank 3. And then I got Scream. And so I took Scream to rank 3. So now, I got to look and see who, you know, maybe I need to rank up for my path in war. You know, for this upcoming meta. I look at stuff like that. That's why LordShaedow is that guy. He gives practical, pragmatic insight. I try. Elsa Trap still works. A charm. Well, YT user, I can't do it anymore. I turned off my ouchies for Battlegrounds. Should turn them back on. We're also at similar points in the game. Roster, AQ, AW. Yeah. You know, I looked through my roster. I still have a rank 1 to 2 science gem that I haven't used. I got science champions. And one day I might say, you know what? One of these I want to take up to rank 3. Use the gem. Take them on up. Corey. No, not without the double edge. When you have double edge, man, that's pretty much unavoidable damage unless you have a mutant. So not much they can do. So if they do have a mutant, then they're kind of forced to hold the mutant for that Elsa. And I've had people mess up before and use the only mutant they have on their team, and then I use Elsa. And it's over with. One of my favorite things about you, LordShaedow, is you understand that you don't need to absolutely have to use the meta champs to get stuff done. A lot of times I don't even pay attention to the meta. I have you guys be like, oh no, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I say, oh really? That's how it's working? Y'all see me do it. I'll be like, oh, that's how you're supposed to do this. All right. But yeah, you don't have to. If I like the champ, I like the champ. Like Beta Ray Bill, you don't see me using him, but I love him. He is so much fun. I have him at rank 2 right now, but I'd absolutely take him to rank 3. He is just fun. But I usually end up focusing more on Alliance War attack. You know, champs that's going to help me in my on my path. And then I move to Battlegrounds, you know. My Beta Ray Bill is duped 7-star. Mine too. I just recently duped him. Woo! Woo-hoo! There we go. Got him with timing. Mikkel! What up, man? I love OG Thor and Magic. Most fun for me. No 7 stars, yeah. I still love OG Thor, too. But when Beta Ray Bill came out, that kind of reminded me of the fun that I used to have with OG Thor. Woo! Is rank 3 Sig 60? Mine is still rank 2, though. Got to be careful with those tier lists. Oh, I don't pay attention to tier lists. Tier lists are just their opinions. You got to keep that in mind. And I go by my own experience. So, you know, you'll notice I never made a tier list. In order for me to make an accurate tier list, oh my goodness, it would take so much time. And I'd have to break down different categories, you know. It would have to be a tier list for Alliance War Attack, Alliance War Defense, story content, Battlegrounds, Attack, Battlegrounds, Defense, Alliance Quest. It'd be too much. It'd be a huge undertaking. And then, for each one, I'd have to break down their strengths and weaknesses. And then, I'd have to do it all again with the Ouchie Masteries. All right, Minkle. Have fun at work. I mean, no, have fun in bed. Wait, that don't sound right. Sleep well. There you go. 7-star Daredevil's Hell's Kitchen is in game now. Yeah. Doesn't excite me all that much. Do you think I should finish? Oh wait. Act 916. Yes. You should do all of it. Everything. Are you asking what you should do first? That's my point. Tier lists are also backwards looking once you complete a certain set of content. In some cases, though, champs aren't tier. Yeah. Exactly. That's why they usually give you a nice disclaimer up front. This is just an opinion, you know? Oh, what to do first. Well, I did them as they came out because I tend to be a very sequential thinker. I can almost hear my sister and my mom laughing at that statement. Understatement of the year. I'm very sequential, so I would complete them as I go, unless I have a good reason not to. Ooh, there's the update is out. I'll update after the stream. Man, look at what the boost did. Crazy. I'm gonna do Epoch full first. Oh, yes. Epoch was not bad. Just make sure you got your revives. Simon, what's up, man? Sorry I haven't been in stream. My dad ended up in the hospital. Oh, no. So I haven't been home. Should be coming in fully tomorrow. I hope he's doing all right. Is he gonna be okay, or maybe I shouldn't ask that. Tomorrow, love ya tomorrow. You're always a day away. Woo! But yeah, so another thing that I look at, I look at my defense team, my attack team. If I have anybody that, is like ranked 2 right now, and I already have my champs up at rank 3 that I want at rank 3, may as well take up a champ that I like, or I might take up a champ that's that I haven't used a lot, but that I have fun using when I do use them. I liked Ares, but for me, Epoch was awful. I will die on that hill. That getting to Ares was much harder. Yeah, Ares was fun. I was so confused in the beginning, and y'all saw how I ended up. And if I could do it, well, I better not say that, because I hate when people say that kind of thing. If I could do it, you could do it. You don't know that. You may have a gift I don't. But don't be telling me that. You don't know. But y'all saw my journey. I started out, I couldn't even see it. I was like, colors, flashes of his eye. What? They change? I was like, what in the world? You know? And look at what I did at the end. Was smacking him around. But in that beginning, I was so lost. I was like, oh no, this ain't working. They were like, you gotta look at his eye flash. I said, his eyes flash? I'm busy trying to get the sequence down to evade. What you mean? Oh my goodness. And then he was real slow. And then, yeah, I was having a rough time. But then, started getting used to it. Started seeing stuff. I don't mind Aries. My issue is the path. Yeah. The path to Aries usually was not fun.
Why are you guys so obsessed?
Aries himself was fun. Hound! What up, man? Welcome to the shadows. You are the latest shadow dweller. Welcome to the family, my friend. No imposters in live today. Everyone that's here liked. I like to see that. Ooh. More like you have the gift I don't. I don't know that. Could you read last second? I know it's been 4 messages. I missed you. Which one? The imposter? Oh, what you said about your dad. He has problems with his heart. Oh no. And couldn't breathe. When the ambulance came yesterday, his blood pressure was 199. That's not good. My blood pressure has gone up to like 160 something. And that's because I had run out of my meds. Was off my meds. Hadn't gotten my new meds. So yeah, 199, not good at all. They were looking at me like, are you trying to check out of here? I told. Am I back? I said his name wrong, and he tried to disconnect me. Javier, don't do it, man. Don't do it. I ain't mean it. I ain't mean to say your name wrong. It's Javier. Javier. You had an anxiety attack. Oh. You know I take medication for that, right? Them ain't no joke. I used to have them so bad. I don't think I would have been able to stream properly. If I would have had one, stream would have just ended. And I would have curled up in my bed. Them things ain't no joke. But now, they're very much muted. 160, that's because I had almost crashed. Oh. Dang, y'all see? We're at 3 mil. And this is within 2 hours. Yeah, less than 2 hours and we're already at 3 mil. They buffed the weekly legends, Crystal. Ooh, I got one. Oh, talk about the stream. Oh. Yeah, mine was, okay, that's the last thing you heard. Gotcha. What I was saying is the reason that my blood pressure was so high is because I had run out of my medication. Didn't bother telling nobody. And was getting, a refill. And I don't know if I told you guys at that time, but what happened is that it was in the same bottle as another medication. And so I thought that I had enough until I actually went and looked and was like, uh-oh. And so I went to get the refill, so I was out of it for like a couple of days. And so that's why my blood pressure was up that high. Discord just told me you're live. Yeah, the disconnect like that, especially when it's on my end, that's what'll happen. But on YouTube, I have it set up so that it should just reconnect like it's done. Same stream. Well, I'm going to sleep now. Need to catch some sleep. All right, Simon, take care, man. Rest up. Rest easy. Yeah, these boosts are real nice. I may start doing that until I run out of them again. Because that makes my life much easier. Because what's going to happen now, I can do Battlegrounds tomorrow. And on Wednesday, we can run, you know, Event Quest. Relax a bit, you know. Because I'll be done with the arena. But, man, I do want Bastion. He looks cool. And he is really friendly with the ouchies. You got the ouchies and you're very sustainable. Still have not done Paragon Gauntlet. Any tips? I've forgotten who I used. I can't remember if I brought in Hercules to just blitz a lot of the fights. I don't remember. But you've seen how I have revives expiring. I wouldn't worry about using a revive or two. I don't remember if I used any revives on it, though, but doesn't really matter. I couldn't breathe correctly. Yeah, exactly. My heart racing, and I was dizzy, and I was about to faint. Oh, yeah, I'm familiar. I'm familiar with it. I had such a severe panic attack, I couldn't even move. You know, and there was nothing going on that would cause it. My adrenaline was sky high. Oh yeah. I haven't had any of those that severe since I've been on this Lexapro. It's helped a lot. It also helped my depression, and I mean, it's done wonders. I forgot what they gave me before, but that one also did wonders, but it knocked me out. I mean, I had a good 30 minutes after taking it before my eyes would start burning and I needed to go to sleep. And if I pushed past it, which I could, then I could stay up. But whew, if you let it work, 30 minutes, I was out and slept. But I didn't really like that, especially since I was taking metformin at the time. Oh my goodness. That wasn't good combination. Is Lexapro the little blue pill? No. Well, I mean, I guess it could be. Mine isn't blue. Mine is white. but there are stronger ones. At first, they gave me a really strong one. I forget what it was. Was it Prozac or something? But it's like, the doctor, she was like, why did they give that to you right off? Did you try anything else first to see if it worked? And I was like, nope, they just gave that to me right off. And she's like, that is usually the, like somewhere around the third that they give you, not the first. So they would try 2 other medications first, and if those don't work, then they would give you that. I was like, oh, didn't know that. And this one's not a sedative, so it doesn't knock me out. And it's been working just fine. And
Why are you guys so
I know
obsessed
it does
with me?
something because when I forget to take it, I can tell the difference after a few days. It ain't good. Start having them feelings like I used to, you know? When is the Poolies event coming out? Poolies? Oh, for the Deadpool? I don't know. HM Productions. Welcome to the Shadows. You are the latest Shadow Dweller. Thank you for following me over on Twitch. Arrow, what's up, man? Oh yeah, that's right. This boy is immune to incinerates. Wiccan and Medusa? Okay. Lexapro is great. I've been on it since I became paralyzed. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's been years now. And all I can tell you is that those people who have been with me since before I started taking any medication will tell you the difference. I would get triggered so hard. I was in an alliance, and of course I stream same time every day, right? They already knew it. And I'd be waiting. You know, remember at war, you had a lot of nodes, and so you had to wait on people a lot. So I'd be ready to go. And I would go as far as I could go, and then now I have to wait for them. And it seemed like the only time they had free was during my 2-hour stream, when I would suddenly start getting hit up. Man, you gotta go, you gotta move, we waiting for you. All of a sudden now it's a hurry because war is almost over. And now they're in a hurry to go. And I had been waiting all day, you know? And that used to trigger me so hard. Oh my goodness, that would trigger me. And I remember in one alliance, some of them tried to accuse me of being selfish. They were like, oh, you know, other people stream and they can still do this. Now, mind you, they got jobs and they're not doing it. But my 2 hours apparently isn't as important as their job, right? So I was like flipping out. Y'all can go back. Well, actually you can't, because a lot of those are unlisted now. But for those of y'all who remember, you remember I'd be sitting there trying my best to just calm down. Okay? Visibly. I at least 2 alliances I left over issues like that over folks being slow in War and in Alliance Quest. After I started taking the medication, I was like, I don't even care. It's like, whatever. It made a big difference. Of course, I still didn't like it, but I could deal with it better. It didn't trigger me. I mean, it triggered me. It triggered me to the point where I wanted to throw my phone, my iPad. It was bad. Okay? And I couldn't even control that. It was bad. Had to wait 10 minutes to message you on Twitch. Oh, HM Productions is me. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, on Twitch, it's 10 minutes. I wish I could make it less. All right, LordShaedow, we are waiting on you in War to take the boss. Yeah, see, Arrow, they have never, ever, I've never had that issue. Now, of course, War is different. Nobody is waiting on me to move so that they can move. You know, unless I have a fight before their fight, you know, on the final boss island. But usually that's not an issue. Back then, you had so many shared nodes that if you were to take this champ, they couldn't go forward unless you did it, you know? But yeah, so it was something. And I even made a video of one of them. I had to redact some of the names because I didn't want to put people on blast, but I showed messages. And the thing is, I record everything. So everything that was going on, everybody saw. So here's the thing. They would say something, but everybody that watched me knew what they were saying wasn't true because they saw it. I did it live. So I was fully transparent. So when they would come at me with some of these accusations, I had proof that they were not telling the truth. One time, they even set me up for a fall. They told me to fight this one boss, and I'm like, this boss with the champ that they told me to use, I was like, that's not a good option for that. Well, it needs to come down anyway. I ended up using up a bunch of my items trying to get it down and still couldn't get it down. And then somebody else came and did it. It was bad. Like I said, I made a video. That's how bad it was. And I had a lot of people come to me and was just like, man, no. And I was just like, yeah, that's why I left. That I don't need that in a game. I don't need that drama. And the alliance used to be a good alliance. The leader of that alliance, me and him were friends. He had to step down, and this other jerk came in place, and so many good players left. I was one of the few that were staying, and then I had to go. I was like, no, that's ridiculous. I'm not staying with this. And it was funny because I was in a chat with him. It was his group. And I just waited. Because I knew that he wanted to remove me from that group. But he didn't want to make it look like he was doing it on purpose in retaliation. Because I didn't mention his name. I didn't tell anybody who it was. I was very careful not to do that. So if he had done that, people may have found out who he was. But I wasn't about that drama. So I made the video. I showed the text, everything like that. And eventually, he just removed me. And it didn't matter to me because I was in too many groups as it was. And I didn't quit because I wanted to see how long it was going to take him to remove me. But anyway, that is going to do it. Ora! Just clear noted. I remember sometimes we did that. 48 hours, it comes down to the last hour. I know. It was something, man. But I don't have that problem anymore. Like I said, not only do I take medication so I don't react the same way, but I'm more relaxed. And the alliance that I've been in now, and the previous alliance too, and I think the one before that as well, it's been a little while. We don't have that problem. Everybody is rushing to join in. Arrow will be like, in AQ, I'll come in there, and not only is all the sections open, but he's over there sniffing at the boss in AQ. So, yeah, we don't have that problem. We have a good group of people. All right, guys, that is going to do it. I'm going to go grab something to eat. And I did eat before, so I'm trying to schedule myself. Let me see. Let's hit up Enzo. I haven't hit him up in a while. Hashtag out of the shadows. You're gonna come out of the shadows into the light of the friend zone. All right, take care. Tomorrow will be, Battlegrounds. So take care, and you all have a blessed day.